Hello, gentle peeps. My name is Jack Lacey, and today I'm here with Adam Richmond, and he's from Surviving Rocklahoma. And today we're going to talk about lots of cool stuff for Rocklahoma and Pryor, Oklahoma, coming September, I guess 3rd, right? 1st, 3rd, right in there somewhere.
Yeah.
For Labor Day weekend. Slipknot, Rob Zombie, Limp Bizkit. I mean, The Who, not the HOW Who, but the HU Who. Lots of freaking awesome bands going to be there. So myself, my wife, our boys, we all go. And so we're super stoked. Last time we went in some tents. And if you remember 2 years ago, Adam, I'm sure you remember tornado sirens at 3 a.m. I'm holding I'm holding my tent shut. And I'm like, if I don't know what, I don't have any clue what I want to do. I drank too much vodka. So I was like, we just had to live through it, but it was actually a very muddy, exciting trip for us 2 years ago. We were very saddened last year that it got canceled, and we're going to take one quick break because Adam likes to do this in his videos. Every time I watch him, he's always got to take his.
Get ready.
Oh, let me go. Wait for him. Oh, we got the fridge right there behind us. See, this tells you this.
You know, a metalhead is never far away from the beer.
Well, this shows you that I actually watch your videos. See, so I knew that. I was like, I know he gets a drink, pauses for a drink. So cheers, yeah. Of course, I'm Scottish and Irish, so mine's Guinness.
Now I feel at home. I've cracked open a beer. It's time to record, man.
Exactly. So you'll see, because when we meet up there, and hopefully we get to meet. I'm sure we'll hang out a little bit when we up there in Oklahoma. I wear a kilt most of the time, so my Scottish heritage. So it's definitely a fun time. My wife probably being a kilt, and so we have a great time. So so things I want to talk about with you that I've kind of watched some of your videos. You talked about the at your services rentals, right?
Yes.
So porta potty rental. Let me tell you, that is so important, because breaks are tough.
They are. I was so blessed. Now I have been getting porta potties for several years, even before launching Surviving Rocklahoma. But that Brett reached out to me. He said, he really appreciated what we've been doing at the show, and I am so happy to have to be representing them as an affiliate or a sponsor, however you want to look at it. I really do. I mean, Brett is an awesome guy, and I mean, you can't. I mean, he just does great service out there, and he always anticipates. He keeps all of the numbers. He joined me one day at our camp at Camp Mardi Gras and sat down and sat with a beer with us. And listening to him talk, he knows the numbers, he knows the business, he knows the campgrounds like the back of his hand. And I wouldn't go any other way. I mean, $120, that's on top, but I like to say you can squat in confidence. You don't have to worry about seeing somebody else either passed out or worse inside those things.
So I want to put a link down below to I think it's AYSRentals.com.
Yes, sir.
And I'll put a link down that for you. And I also put a link to RV Share, because we actually rented an RV this year through RV Share. So that way that we'll have potties ourselves this year, because that was a rough experience, not having a potty, having to find one. So you got the definite porta potty rentals and the RV Share, both in the description below. So very cool. If you saw my last video, which will be right up here, you'll see that I did a little video about Rocklahoma, the RV, and the different bands and stuff. So I did that little video. So it's my series. I'll be doing several more videos as we get closer to Rocklahoma, and I'll be doing videos at Rocklahoma. I'm working on my press pass right now. So far, they're not letting me get it, but I'm trying to get it so I can do photography and stuff while I'm there. So anyway, Surviving Rocklahoma t-shirts. Is that you?
Yeah. I send those over to third party Teespring, because doing this, Teespring, I'm not affiliated with
Right.
Rocklahoma as much as I'd love to be. I don't work for them. I don't represent them, nor AEG Presents. I'm just a super fan who
Right.
launched a Facebook page that, gained momentum, and I love podcasting. So
Yep.
it just, it naturally evolved. And since doing Surviving Rocklahoma, I'm blessed with a couple of sponsors, and they help with the production value of the show, allowing me to get this fancy equipment that is stupid expensive
Right.
and little else. So, I mean, and that's fine. I don't do any of this to get free or, to make rich. Can't talk,
Right.
to get rich or to make money. I like to tell anyone who watches my show that Surviving Rocklahoma is not my show. It's your show. And
Right.
so this is, the t-shirts, the swag, that's just, other ways to help generate a little more production budget. There's always some cool things, as I'm sure
Right.
that, once you get into these projects, it is super easy to
Trust me.
have bigger eyes than a budget.
Right. And I do Gentle Peeps Creative Studios, which is this, and my photography. My wife does life coach and relationship coaching. We have a animal advocacy page we do, and
Good
top of
Lord.
our real job. So we understand being busy and doing all kinds of cool stuff. So definitely the same kind of theory there. So I want to know, so the Rocklahoma swag, is that part, I guess all that's kind of tied together. I noticed that, I guess her name is Fallon. Is that right? I see that she does a lot. She does a lot of stuff with your pages and all the different pages. Cause I'm trying to join all the different Rocklahoma pages, and I see that you're on a lot of them and she's on a lot of them.
Oh my gosh, you are in for a lot of social activity. So, with the Rocklahoma, there's 64,000 people, and
Right.
usually on average per year. And we have just such a close-knit, rich community, and we support each other in so many things. And that's just one of the many reasons that I fell in love with this community instantly. Now, Surviving Rocklahoma, that started out as a fan page and grew into a podcast. And I've always been kind of engaged with the community, and I helped take over. I don't want to say take over, but I took over for Brian Beck from the Rocklahoma Campgrounds map group.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a really awesome idea that he had, to put things in a spreadsheet so it's easy to find. So what he had some things come up and he didn't have the time to devote to it. And me, I'm just obsessive. So I offered to take over. And then from there, I kind of grew it, and he just kind of gave me the reins and said, man, take the torch and do with it what you will. So I grew it to what it is. And Fallon came back she's been around for several years, but she really got motivated to get in the community and, really find something to contribute in terms of organizing things. And that, for me, that's half the fun right there. So she is part of Camp Mask Nightmare.
Right.
And they have launched the Project Safe Sites initiative this year.
Correct.
And
which
I'm
part of. Yeah.
Yeah. And Camp Mardi Gras is, and most of the big camps. And I actually just uploaded Campgrounds map today.
I saw it. I downloaded it.
Good. Thank you.
I went and looked at it and checking out where my site was and making sure I was purple and for the safe side. So if you look at the map, and again, I'll put another link down here in the description below. There's a great map for those going to Rocklahoma. Not only that, it shows campgrounds where people have named them, and then safe places. And what that's going to be is going to be guitar. I think it's glittery guitar. And I'll put some links down to that website on Facebook also. But pretty much, like, if you're hurt or dehydrated or need help, you see the silver guitar on somebody's trailer or tent or something, that means they're there to hopefully help you. And I'm actually a retired police officer, 20 years. So things like that I find impressive and I like. So that's an awesome program. And then tying that in with the maps that you do now and just tying this all together, I'm just like, I told my wife, I said, I've got to be a part of all this. So I just emailed you and been checking out everything. And so I'm pretty excited. I have a few more things here I want to ask you about. So you're talking about Camp Mardi Gras. I actually have that on here. The masquerade party after the big event, Saturday, Friday night.
Yes, sir. We've been doing this. This will be our 7th year. Well, was supposed to be the 7th consecutive year that we have done, but
Right.
we went ahead. We several years ago, it was Rocklahoma Campgrounds was just one big block party or one big tailgate party. Like if you ever imagine going to the Super Bowl and see everybody out back party, that's something we just absolutely loved. And so, let's put our energy together. And I ran into
Angry dogs.
Sorry. I made a great friend in Christy. We were both kind of had similar ideas, and we wanted to pick a theme, and then we could channel our energy into productive ways. And
Right.
she had a really good friend that was just obsessed with Mardi Gras, and
Right.
so by extension, she was too. And then we was like, hey, it's gaudy, it's flamboyant, you can't overproduce it. That's just perfect for us. And then
Right.
she's addicted to all the things that can be bought and sold with little plastic beads. So,
Right.
everybody wins and it's just fun. And as you mentioned before, we are proudly a member of Project Safe Sites, because we've
Right.
always said, with Camp Mardi Gras, we foster an atmosphere of free spirit and debauchery and all of that other stuff, but we also look out for each other. And
Right.
so it was very much in line with what Fallon was wanting to put forth this year. And so, as you said, with Project Safety Safe Sites, it's kind of like it's just a helping hand until the proper people arrive. Now,
Right.
if you're having any emergency, whether it be safety, medical, or whatever the case may be, always call security first.
Right.
But we've all been there. This is 12, 24 hours, or, we're partying 24 hours a day out there.
Right.
Cell phones don't last. The batteries die. Maybe you drop them. Maybe you get separated from your friends. Maybe there's just an individual making you feel unsafe, or maybe you're just getting dizzy and you don't have the ability to get where you need to go. Just keep an eye around, and everybody that's a member of Project Safe Sites will have that guitar front and center. So it's pretty, it's going to be very visible. And then they'll they'll be there with, maybe some water or, a cell phone or something to tide you over until security can arrive.
So that's a good point. Public safety's number is 918-824-2289. Again, 918-824-2289. So if you have an emergency, you can call that. Of course, dire emergency is always 911. And and besides that, the safe sites are there to help. Definitely thank Fallon, and I'm sure she'll watch this video, but thank her for all her hard work on that also. I have another one that I wanted to ask you about, and it was so you did the map update. I was going to ask you about that, but that posted today. I saw that right before I came on. And then what do you know about the underground stage at Camp Zombie?
Right. Now, so since I've been going to Rocklahoma since 2013. I'm by no means an OG, an original, but I jumped on this bandwagon, and I love my seat, and I try to make sure everybody has a great time as possible. Now, so whenever Camp Mardi Gras was founded and we were coming into be, we ran into some other great friends, Chris Taylor and his lovely wife Heather, and they were doing just back then they were doing beer pong tournaments at their
Nice.
camp. And then he's like, you know what? I know a lot of people. I know a lot of music. So they founded, Dark Side Camp Dark Side Stage, which just, it blew up over the years.
Yeah.
And Camp Zombie has been with at Rocklahoma for years and years and years. Well, they linked up as Camp Dark Side was on its rise, and Nick was a very big part of Camp Dark Side, especially in the last couple of years, where he helped throw the party side of their live music offering there at their campsite. Unfortunately, Dark Side Chris and them, haven't been able to make it to Rocklahoma and this past, recently.
Right.
And so, Nick, he knew how much love there is, especially in GA, for live music. And, all of us in VIP would go to GA for the live music. Right. And so, he's like, I just want to pick up the torch, and so, he's not trying to outdo him or, he's just, I'm just trying to keep it alive. And right. Camp Zombie, man, these cats, they go all out. I mean, they redefine going all out. And you guys go over there if you love, slasher flicks, horror movies, Rob Zombie. Right. That camp is what Rob Zombie looks like at when he camps. I mean, nice. I have to assume. I mean, it's just fully decked out. And then last year, they were set to announce their own stage, but COVID. Right. And now we're going to see them for what they can really do. And he is so ready. And I've been blessed to link up with him. So he's been sending me all of his artists. Nice. So you can always catch samples, tastes of what you could see at Camp Zombie's underground stage on Surviving Rocklahoma every Sunday at 9 p.m. I try to feature at least one every episode.
Right. So that's awesome. So what I'm going to do is, again, all these Facebook pages that I've joined and found, and I'm excited about every one of them. I'm going to put a link down below, and Camp Zombie was one of them. I was like, oh, that's amazing. Cause of course my wife and family and all of us were huge Rob Zombie fans. So we're pretty excited about that also. So seeing that was like, I was like, so that's in the GA section, Mardi Gras, masquerade parties in the VIP. So tell the listeners or people watching, because some of them are like, well, I'm camping in GA or somewhere, like getting into VIP camping to go to the Mardi Gras masquerade park. How does that all work?
Now, first and foremost, one of the things that had very much been more enforced in recent years is the no driving in the campgrounds policy. And basically it's as simple as, once the sun sets, your car needs to stay parked, or you will be stopped and possibly towed at your expense. They're not going to comp you for it. Right. And the reason is, obvious. We're all intoxicated, and myself included, and we don't always get to see, or worst case scenario, somebody be backing out of a camping spot and run over a tent with somebody in it. So, I mean, there's a lot of liability things there. So with that in mind, once you get in the campgrounds, just plan on parking and leave it where it's at. Now, you can travel back and forth between VIP and GA. Right. However, your vehicle traffic won't be allowed across from GA to VIP because you're going into a higher tier. Whereas the VIP, we get VIP plus, clearance to get into GA. Now, that has kind of teetered there. Sometimes they'll make you go around, sometimes they won't. But just save yourself the trouble and just walk. Or there, you can even link up with some of the taxi services there, and you can buy a wristband for the weekend and get free rides all weekend.
I saw that too.
Yeah. So Camp Mardi Gras, we are on the far east side of the map. Like we are at the very end of KV,
and like eight spots.
10.
10. Okay, I knew it was pretty big.
Yeah. We started that back in 2015. It's just started as we had a couple, and then we get along so well. And finding you a group of people that stay at your pace regardless of your level of wildness for that long weekend is something very, very rare. So we kind of combined all our forces and grown. And every year that we've had a party, it's always been double the previous year, with the exception of 2019. But that was because we got rained out. But
man, that was crazy. Rain, it was crazy. Yeah. So that was our first Rocklahoma, and even with all that, we fell in love. So we're so excited to go back. So we had tents, and we stayed in General Mission. And so that's where we're going this time. We got General Mission again. course, it's just my wife and us, and we don't know a lot of people there. That this year, I was like, man, I'm getting involved because last year was so exciting, and I was like, just with all the little bit of time, little bit of tent, little bit of time we were there. This time we're going to come a little earlier. We're leaving a little later. We're getting an RV, and so we just really want to be involved and have a great time. I just like the bands, just the amount of bands going to be there is
insane.
Like, yeah, because you think Rocklahoma bands first, and then you got the Camp Zombie, not Camp Zombie, the Underground.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what
Underground stage at
yeah.
Camp Zombie, so
yeah,
it's
so
interchangeable.
Right, so you got that going on. You got the y'all's masquerade party that's going on. I mean, everywhere you turn, something's good's going on. You
And
have
that's just scratching the surface too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have Adam send me all the links that way I can just description wise. And then you have not only that, but if you're sitting at home, if you're sitting at your tent area, your camping area, I think it's the same place that does at your service rentals. I think they come fill up your pool for like $30.
Yes.
Or you can buy a pool and they'll fill it for $80.
Yeah. And
how awesome is that?
Don't quote me on this.
Okay.
But I think I remember in previous years that you get to keep the pool.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
either way, it's still
yeah.
You don't have to worry about like dragging it there. So for $80, you get a pool and fill it up. You can't honestly, you can't beat that. That's pretty amazing.
Right. Brilliant on Brett's part, and especially dealing with the summer. Now you came in 2019 and you got lucky, man, because all the storms, the tornadoes
Corn was there.
Yeah,
it was amazing. That was
the tornadoes came through like almost every night, right as the final chord struck the main stage.
It was crazy.
The previous years when I dubbed Hotlahoma, and it was like 100 degrees index every day, and man, what I would have done for that swimming pool. So having that now is going to be game changer.
So I'm curious
even being late
about weather. Like I know I don't think Labor Day weekend, and I'm not Oklahoma. I've been in Oklahoma 8 years, but I'm not really remembering how much. I don't think there's that much rain, so I don't think we have to deal with that. But I think you have to deal with some heat. You have to deal with some mosquitoes. So have your bug spray, have your sunscreen, have all that good stuff. Definitely handy, and bring it, because I know even last year we got there and we're like, oh, we forgot sunscreen or we forgot towels. So we had to run to Walmart in Pryor. And I'll tell you one thing though, at least Pryor people were super nice. The Pryor, Oklahoma citizens we ran into, like to go to the Walmart and go get stuff, were super, super nice. If we had to go get some more ice and different things. So make sure that you're coming if you're going to stay. And it's great to, once you get there, to, like you said, park your vehicle and leave it parked that whole time you're there if possible. There's places there you can go and get ice and different things. Little campsite, I don't know what they're called, but they sell ice and a few things if they don't run out.
Yeah, they've got multiple camp stores and they're spread out throughout. Now, originally there was a large center block shower house with a grocery store next to it. And then about in 2018, they expanded that and added satellite stores. So now those grocery stores are popping up in the campgrounds like Dollar Generals. I mean, there's multiple, and they added a couple more this year. I was just speaking with some of the folks with Rock and AEG, and they've said that they've beefed up services and they've added, I think, at least one, maybe two new stores out there.
So as a retail manager myself, I'm a retail manager for Academy Sports and Outdoors. Not plugging them, but that's where I work. My normal job. But be kind, guys. Be kind to those people who are working in those general stores and stuff. They're out there making their money and trying to help out and sell things that you need, like your matches and your lighters and your batteries and all the things that you want out there. So definitely be kind to everybody working there. I know it's a tough job for them. What'd you say, 65,000 people? Is that what you said that come there?
Yeah. Now last year, or the last Rock, they was pushing more like 72, 74, but Ozzy was supposed to be there before he fell in through a rod. So
broke my heart.
Yeah. God bless that man. And we almost lost him not 2 months later. We almost
Yeah.
lost him to the flu and pneumonia. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's everything that it took an unholy act to keep him away from Rocklahoma. But
Right.
dealing with all that, I forgive him.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, man, this year's lineup is awesome. I know. And here's the thing: there's always people who are not going to be happy,
Right.
because it's not theirs. They didn't make it. Their top people's not there. But let me tell you, we've got a lot of first timers acts.
Right.
Now, I mean, Limp Bizkit, we've never seen him at Rocklahoma. Slipknot, we've never seen at Rocklahoma. We've seen Rob Zombie a few times,
let me
but
tell you, Slipknot is one of the best concerts I've ever seen. So
yeah.
if you're going to go see Slipknot, be excited because they are amazing. So.
And this one is very, very. Maybe I'm just sentimental. See, my first concert ever was Edgefest '97. Slipknot was playing one of their first shows, and Limp Bizkit was the
big headliner.
Like,
okay.
No, not the headliner. The openers. I mean,
opener.
Yeah, this was like one of their first shows when they first got signed. So. Yeah, so now seeing both of them as their legends among all the others. I mean, hell, Chevelle, Hailstorm, Anthrax, Phil Anselmo. I never got to see Pantera.
I know,
here he is bringing the
got Stephen Pearcy of the Rat.
Mm-hmm.
Rat guys are going to be there.
Yeah,
one of Ozzy's guitar players, wasn't it?
The Who. Oh my gosh, and they paired up. I think once. I want to say. Lizzie Hale appeared on a track. I could be completely wrong.
I'm not sure, but they did a track for the Last Jedi. So for us Star Wars fans,
the Force is strong with you, my man.
Yeah. You see I got my Star Wars tattoos. That's what all. So
I dig it. Yes.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and hell, Candlebox, and see, in the last several years, they've also been mixing things up and giving us a few, not even hip hop acts, but a few rap acts. So I mean, we had Yellow Wolf, we had MGK, we had GK, we had Tech Nine last year, and
2000.
This year we got Jelly Roll, and I really like Jelly Roll.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, especially when I'm
not a big fan, but he's not bad.
Yeah,
not a big fan of rap music, but he's not bad.
Well, my favorite part about this festival, it is one of the main things that hooked me, is it's not just hard rock, it's not just metal, it's not just 80s, it's not just 90s. It's an eclectic experience of all things rock, everything down from Red Dirt, Roots. Let's see who some of them. Travis Bond and the Rebel Souls. Let me tell you something, guys. If you've got a country streak in you, if you've got even 90s country, maybe even if you just like the more rock of the classic country, George, Garth Brooks and George Strait, Travis Bond is going to steal your hearts. I tell you, he's going to be one to watch. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we got Butcher Babies. I mean, Bones UK. I mean,
they're awesome. Yeah.
I mean, this is a wide mix, and you are going to get so much exposure to so many variations of the rock music we know and love. You're going to find stuff that you never thought you would like, and you're going to find it. And this is stuff like this. This is why I love Rocklahoma.
Right. All right, Adam. So let me know if I missed anything, because we talked about a lot of stuff, and I had my little list over here. And if people knew that I'm looking over here, it's because I'm looking at my list. I didn't have it like sitting in front of me. Have it on here on my computer screen.
Yeah. So
Twisted Sister was my first concert.
Yes.
So that's how old I am. That's how old I am. They were their first album I saw them.
Did you ever get to live out your dream and you wanted to rock, right?
Yeah, I did. I've been rocking for years. I'm over 50 now, so been rocking for years. So
there we go. Get some of that Keith Richards blood. You're going to be rocking for another 50.
Heck
more,
yes. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned the swag earlier. All of us who do projects there, Surviving Rocklahoma, Camp Mardi Gras, the Rocklahoma bitches, I mean, and they don't even have a party or campsite. They just love making swag. They just love the community. So, folks, if you are going to be going to Rocklahoma this year, please help us support, get you some swag. It's going to be something fun to wear out there. Plus, just like you support those local artists, those local bands, this is how a lot of us, we raise money to do our campsite. Now, I know I've kept a pledge for the last, good Lord, 6 years I've been doing Camp Mardi Gras, and every penny that we make from merchandise sells through our Teespring, through Cafe Press, or however, is every penny of it goes back into that campsite. So the more swag we sell, the more lights we're going to have, the better sound we're going to have, the more games, the more whatever. So the more you come out and check it out and rep our merch, the better the party. And same goes for Surviving Rocklahoma. Anything that I make, whether it be sponsorships or affiliate sales, which I need to hook up, merch sales and all of that, it all goes back in to power this machine because,
awesome.
Yeah.
And Gentle Peeps Creative Studios is going to start being a part of all that. So just wait, we're going to be big with it in the next future years. Again, I'm excited and happy that I got to talk to you, Adam. Again, Adam's going to send me all these links. That way I'm putting the description down below of all the things that are going on and things that you can go, because I know there's just a ton of people like me my first year that all I knew was go there, camp, see the main shows, and that was it. I didn't know about all the other stuff. And that's when I was there, I saw different things. I saw the one about show your boobs and get beads, and so I showed them my boobs, and they said, "You're a guy," and I go, "Don't matter." No, we had a great time. So
a great country singer local to the area once said of a famous line, it is a very deep song called "Show 'Em to Me," and one of those lines says, "I don't care if you're a big fat man, I'm a titty fan, so show them to me." And now, if you did that over at Camp Mardi Gras, we would have thrown you some beads, and you might even get a couple of extras from a couple of ladies.
It was actually coming out from the general. We were coming out from GA, and it was on the main road. And so I don't know who that was, but I was just.
Well, you're lucky though. Yeah. See, they could tell that you're a man.
Something. Yeah, they threw me some.
Now, when I unleashed these man boobs, man, they was like, "Oh, ma'am, those people pay for those." But I did 5 push-ups since, so I lost a couple of pounds.
So you're ready. You're pumped up and ready. All right.
Yeah. Now, it's the swag that helps fund all of these things. We love doing all of this stuff, and most of it's really is just all about the party. Now, to be honest with you, we could have a lineup where I don't like anybody, and I'm still going to go. So I'm a little biased.
Yeah, well, we love music, and I promise you, when we have 50 bands, we're going to find 20 of them that we like. Because we love metal and heavy metal and rock and all of it. So
52 bands, how can you not?
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, again, this is Gentle Peeps Creative Studios. This is Adam with Surviving Rocklahoma. Rock out. We can't wait to see y'all there. And thanks for watching.